Mr. Shashidhar Reddy, let me start with you first. The entire opposition from Rahul Gandhi, Nitish Kumar, Mamata Banerjee, they're all asking for the railway minister's resignation, saying that there is precedent. There have been instances in the past when railway ministers have resigned, so should Ashwini Vaishnav. How will you respond to that?
Check.
All right, we'll get to Shashidhar Reddy in just 1 second. Let me ask Meeta Chakrabarti that. Would you rather that the minister resign or he stays there, faces the music and fixes accountability for what went wrong, as he's doing there over the last 3 days now?
Okay, good evening to all your viewers. This is just not one train accident. This is probably the deadliest train accident in the past few decades, with more than 280 people dead and more than 1,000 people injured. Some of them are still critical. Now, yes, we want accountability to be fixed and we want the railway minister to resign, but it is just not about one resignation. It is about having a relook at the entire process and finding out areas of gap which had led to such a horrific incident. I want to make a few very quick points, and please give me some uninterrupted time for that. Is it not a fact that in the recent time, we have seen about 75% of train accidents happening due to derailment? One of the major causes behind derailment is poor track maintenance. Is it not a fact that the track renewal funds have been reduced in recent years? And I'm going to quote the figures from
Friday
1780.
had nothing to do with derailment or with track renewal. Ma'am, the accident that happened on Friday has nothing to do with derailment or track renewal. It was an error in the electronic interlocking system.
This is about the overall process. The track renewal funds have been reduced. The safety alignment, there was a Rashtriya Rail Sanraksh coach that was given an outlay of 1 lakh crore over 5 years with an annual outlay of 20,000 crores. That amount of allocation had been reduced. Only 75% were released by the railways.
But ma'am,
on the
none
9th
of
February, we know
anything to do with what happened on Friday. Can we talk about what happened on Friday, please?
Coming to the interlocking system, on 9th of February, the chief operating manager of Southwestern Railways wrote out a letter stating that there are gross discrepancies in the interlocking system, there are problems, and one grave incident was avoided that day. And he gave the system, he spoke about the system as how the route of a train got changed after receiving a signal, and there was no intimation sent to the station master. So my limited point is, what steps were taken after this? Is it not a fact that the Indian Railways have more than 3 lakh vacant positions and they're highly understaffed? There is no amount of effort being given to safety measures. There's a complete disregard of safety measures. So it is just not about fixing accountability.
No, I want to be clear about this for our viewers, because one second, ma'am. I want to be clear about this to our viewers. Fact is that the electronic interlocking system is an unmanned system, right? It can only be manned if there is a defect that is noticed with it. And like I explained a moment ago, in the relay room, for it to be opened, has to have multiple authorities signing off on the opening of that relay room. But anyway, having said that, I want to ask Pawan Khera. Pawan Khera, this is what the opposition has been saying from Rahul Gandhi, Mamata Banerjee, and they're all asking, there have been instances when Mamata Banerjee was a railway minister, she stepped down. You had Nitish Kumar, who was a railway minister, he stepped down. So if it is applicable to previous railway ministers, and of course the most cited example being that of Lal Bahadur Shastri, if it is a precedent, then why should it not apply to Ashwini Vaishnav? After all, this is one of the worst accidents in Indian rail history. Pawan Khera. Sorry, Shiv Khera. I'm sorry. Mr. Khera, if you can hear me, please, that question was for you. All right, I don't think you can hear me. Let me ask that to Manojit Mandal, please. Yeah.
Why not? I think he should have some accountability and resign on his own. I mean, this is something that cannot be questioned about. That cannot be debated. I mean, let us see that this person appears to be a very busy minister in the cabinet, holds 2 other major portfolios. And on top of that, all the good work that previous rail ministers, including Mamata Banerjee, did, he was not carrying out. It's all talking about publicity stunts. It's this famous picture. Two rail models are clashing with each other. What is the device, sir? That anti-collusion device, which was introduced by none other than Mamata Banerjee herself way back in 2009. You're not working on those issues. Rather than you have a very big name, Kabaj or Rexa Kabaj, whatever, those things are not working. When two trains are coming on the same track, that particular device should have been there and it would have worked and saved life. Let me tell you, Jaka, the same thing happened 2 days back in Howrah railway station as well. Again, the two trains came on the same track, and it was saved because of the station masters and because there was an anti-collision device. I'm talking about what happened day before yesterday near Howrah. Nothing is right with the Indian railway system, and on top of that, we are all introducing bullet trains, Vande Bharat, all those high-speed trains. And let me tell you, do we have the infrastructure to run all those big high-speed trains? Not possible. You are spending 1 lakh crores on one single bullet train between Ahmedabad and Mumbai. 50% of that amount is spent on the railway track. These accidents should have been avoided.
Professor Manojit Mandal, no, one second. You had asked a question specifically about railway safety fund. One second, sir, hear me out. Now, yes. I've given you adequate time. The Rashtriya Rail Sanraksha Kosh, which is the RRSK, was started in 2017. It has a corpus of more than 1 lakh crores to be utilized over a period of 5 years, starting 17-18, going all the way to 22-23.
So
and the railway says, one second. The railway says it has spent more than this 1 lakh crore that was allocated for the railway safety fund. Now, Shiv